working on here, it's like, hey, this is what I rolled. Oh, another thing about Year Zero is anyone's familiar with Alien RPG, pushing is a mechanic in this game.
Oh,
Oh, it is? Okay.
Pushing is a thing in this game. When you push your roll, you are able to push your roll where you're like, let's say you got no sixes. Of course, you know that means you fail, and you're like, I want to try again. Now, unlike an Alien RPG, your stress doesn't go up when you push. But what happens is I get something called a darkness point. A darkness point is basically a currency for me that I gather every time you re-roll, every time you might do something like one of your like maybe an object you have or one of your how do you say or one of your talents might say next to it, if you use this, especially like your icon talent, might say, hey, this gives the DM a darkness point. And so I darkness point is a currency I can use, and then at some point I might be like, you're flying, let's say you're flying your spaceship, you get enough fight and combat. Oh look, what's this? I spend 2 or 3 darkness points and suddenly your engine stopped working. Or you're running. Oh, look, that bridge started collapsing a little bit. Or I might spend a darkest point. It's like, oh, look, that one person who you thought was alone, he had 2 or 3 reinforcements. Um, it is a give and take. When you push or when you use some special abilities, you give to me. And the darkness between the stars essentially grows, and I can unleash it, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Now, stress does exist in this game, but we'll get into that later. So, with that, I will say, now that we're here, what is Coriolis? Um, Coriolis is something I've been wanting to play for a good minute. It is a sci-fi RPG. Y'all know I love sci-fi. So it's basically, unlike Alien, it's more on the whimsical side. There's a lot of mysticism. There's just a lot of yes, it is like a lot of again, you could see the Firefly influences where you're a crew going around doing different stuff, but it's dripping with lore and dripping with a lot of like Arabian mysticism and influence in culture, as well as like there's even Indian culture and a lot of different stuff. Like it's just something that's really deep in the lore and deep in the story. And I wanted to at least do at least 10 missions of it, or at least just a run to see how people are feeling about it. Um, and yeah, I know some of y'all probably been like reading the different stuff, or we've talked and y'all have been, and it's like, hey, this is what this is. But to give a brief overview, it has been basically you are in the third horizon. It's not Earth, or it's not an area where Earth is. The humanity has spread throughout the stars through portals, and portals were created a long time. We don't know who created the portals, but they were created a long time ago by the portal builders, and it allowed humanity to spread throughout the stars faster than ever. Now, of course, before the portals were discovered, humanity had sent out 2 ARC ships, and these ARC ships were sent out from Earth, and they had disappeared. In the meantime, while they were gone, humanity discovered the portals and they spread to across horizons. As we have 3 known horizons. The first horizon, where you originally came from, or your people originally came from. The second horizon, which is where which were dissidents from the first horizon, and finally the third horizon, which was settled from dissidents from the first and second horizon. Eventually, there was eventually the first horizon, they had an empire, and they had essentially a ruthless empire, and they started cracking down using, people believe, the dark between the stars. The dark between the stars is a force that allows them to essentially bend space and time, and also to corrupt people. It's almost like if anyone played Warhammer 40,000, it's like you get chaos and you're just unleashing it. Like what would happen if the Imperium like turned to chaos? So the second horizon, they were a bunch of mystics, and they were in opposition to this. And so they fought a war. They split off from the first horizon, they started a war. The third horizon was caught in the middle of this war. And during this war, there was a lot of conflict. The citizens of Third Horizon were sometimes allied with the Second Horizon or not, because they were always trying to fight for their own independence. There was eventually one final battle in the Oticon system. And in the Oticon system, this climactic battle destroyed planets and also disabled a portal, the only portal that we know of, and cut off to the first and second horizon, and it cut them off forever. And after that, because the portal wars devastated the third horizon, things were essentially, you had the 100 years of darkness, or the long night, where technology stagnated. Everyone across the horizon on their own planets retreated in on themselves, and yeah, basically it was just kind of a bad time. Everyone kind of catching with so far?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, all right. So now it's been 100 years, and eventually also these people in the third horizon were called the first come. The first come are humans that were the first ones there from the initial colonization wave. So they've been here for a long time. Now, and the first come are spread throughout different planets, each with their own unique culture. But they're kind of they have a thread of like the worship of something called the icons, which are essentially their gods. And there are 9 of them. And those 9 are the Lady of Tears, the Dancer, the Gambler, the Merchant, the Deckhand, the Traveler, the Messenger, the Judge, and the Faceless. And all of that is in there. But basically, you are born in a certain period. How the calendar works is essentially you are born in a certain period. And so it's calendar split 9 ways to go with each icon, and you were born under a month that's named after the icon.
Like space astrology.
Yep, space astrology. So, again, y'all went into the long night happened, but eventually, if y'all remember what I talked about in the beginning, how they sent out those arc ships before the portals were discovered, one of them finally was discovered, or one of them finally appeared. This ship was called the Zenith, and the Zenith arrived in what is today I believe it was the Algol system. The Algol system was the first system that was actually colonized by the first come. But they arrived and they made their way to a new star and a planet called Kua, which was probably one of the most habitable and like pristine planets. A jungle world, very pristine. And it also had a massive monolith on it. They call it the monolith, which is this massive black obelisk that reaches to the sky. The Zeniths, they had the captain, a Baron Kassar. He had a disagreement with some of his crew on what to do. Do they wake the colonists up now, or do they wait and explore more um and basically do what they need to do first? Some of those crew mutinied and basically forced Kassar and a few of his loyalists down onto Kua. So they went and fled down below, where they did find some first come, like that were more primitive, and they easily subdued them, seized control of the monolith, which they considered holy, and built on top of it, because they found out, hey, if we conquer this, and they believe this is made by the gods, well, hey, we just conquered God. So with that, but meanwhile in space, the Zenith, they let all of the Zenith, they all let all of the crew of the Zenith out, and then these rebels, and basically fled into the stars unknown. Now you have the Zenithians basically spreading throughout, and they also started tearing down the Zenith. They started tearing down the Zenith, and they remade it into a station. And this station would eventually come to be known as Coriolis. It would become the hub of the Third Horizon, and there were many factions that started to come on here. They started being the beacon of light, essentially. It would reconnect all of the Third Horizon that was in this period of darkness and brought about basically reconnecting all the civilizations that had been cut off from each other for so long. It would become the seat of a new government. But of course, things are tenuous. Things are tenuous between the Zenithians, as they are known as. These are the ones that came from the Zenith, and the First Come. There are many factions of each side. Some they fight each other as well, much as they do like with themselves. And so you are in a period 60 years later where culture is a little it's been 60 years since Coriolis was created and this spanning government is created. And basically it is a lot of politics. There's been a lot of war, or at least there's been skirmishes, and you are within this world. You're playing within this world at a time where there's a lot of upheaval and change and pushing back against establishment and progress. And so there is a whole lot more, but it would take forever to talk about it. And I have said enough on that. So y'all's first thing as being people in this horizon, if you see you have your characters on chapter 2 in this article to the left in Alchemy, your goal as players is to pick what is your group concept first. Who are you in this universe? Are you free traders? Do you go around and you help basically, like your bulk haulers, like from Kua or Dabrin or Algol, Mira, and travel and basically help to get as much money as possible and keep the wheels of trade flowing? But of course, there's many different things in that. That also means, are you smugglers? So you're on the other side of the law. Are you couriers? Are you bulk haulers? Or are you mercenaries? You work for the highest bidder. Maybe you're a attack team that works for the Legion. Or are you pirates and rebels? Or are you explorers, scientists, basically, or correspondents that works for the Bulletin, or maybe another news organization? Or are you colonists trying to establish a new world? Or are you agents? Are you people that are assassins for hire? Are you detectives? Or are you people that are trying to keep control of law and order in this growing new order? Or are you pilgrims, space nomads that are going around and maybe work as deckhands on cruise? Or are you freaking like a traveling circus? That is the first thing we need to discuss, and y'all need to discuss and decide as a group. What are you?
So what's everyone's classes? I think that also help.
I'm a scout.
Now I'm a pilot.
I'm a data spider.
So I think one thing that might be interesting is before we pick the type of group everyone should do, just a quick rundown of their character, because I feel like that's gonna help us if we pick a
Yeah, who are you? And who wants to go first?
I can go first. So my character is Asur Klein. He's a analyst who works for the Bulletin, just reporting on things like the state of commerce and interfaction politics and trade for the Bulletin. Mostly like kind of analyst sorts of duties, but occasionally we'll have the occasional byline here or there. But he's kind of just working as a journalist and analyst for the Bulletin, and is on assignment to wherever they send him.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Raph, how about you? Who are you?
All right. So this guy's name is Sikarbal Ibn Altair. He is, if you look at the class, an assassin. The last name kind of alludes to that. He is interesting when it comes to your assassin archetype because he's not materialistic. He is very spiritual. His perspective on things is that if somebody dies, it's because his god, the messenger, has decided that they're going to die. So he will take contracts on just about anyone, doesn't matter who it's from, what they want. He's more than welcome, or he's more than willing to take it, because if he succeeds, that person was supposed to die. If he doesn't succeed, that person was supposed to live. So he's very much a kill them all and
Let the icons sort out the rest.
yeah. He's from the Rimward Reach, which is currently a growing intelligence hotspot. So he's worked for every which side, and yeah.
Yep. In the Rimward Reach in Kua. Thank you, Ref. And let's see, who else is going to be... let's pick Evie. Who
My
are
character is
you?
Katarina Barone. I'm a bodyguard. I'm honestly trying to prove myself to my family, show that
You're
like,
really
I can
quiet,
take-
Evie. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you're really quiet.
You're really
God
quiet.
fucking damn it, Dave.
I think Discord's doing it to you again.
It's always like this. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Much better.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, so my character is Katarina Barone. I'm a bodyguard. I'm definitely trying to prove myself to my family that I can take care of myself.
Good, good. All right, Katerina. So you're basically just you're basically just working and you're like, hey, I just do these different jobs and this is what I do.
Yeah,
All right. That
I'm
is good.
Good with the data pad.
And you're good with the data pad. Okay.
Yeah, nah.
Well, that is good to know. All right. And let's pick Steve.
All right. I'm Mordecai Bashar. I'm a nomad, but our ship is parked in the mirror system, so we're connected a lot to the First Com. But personally, my clan is we're asteroid miners. That's our trade. But I joined the Nomadic Federation, their navy. So I've been a fighter pilot for the past 6 years. The clan had some, let's just call it bad luck for now, and I am been assigned this mission by my council to make some schmeckles, some beer for my clan.
All right. A first come nomad who's basically has some experience being a fighter pilot. All right. The Federation will be proud, as well as the mullahs of the nomads in the you probably have some connection to those in the Quadrant of the Pillar every now and then.
Yeah, that's where I served, baby, killing
Oh.
corsairs.
There you go. All right. And next, let's do Shadow. I think you're the last one, Shadow.
Yeah. My character is Amara. And my parents died when I was a kid, so I was orphan. Then I got sold into slavery, and I now work for Umar Lazar, and he basically tells me where to go to work.
Yep. It is a more tragic, unfortunately, backstory, because that is one thing I will say is that while slavery is illegal, it is very much rife throughout the Third Horizon, especially on Algol, but really not just Algol, everywhere. And so people think like, oh, this is like it's like it would never happen like in a certain places like Kua, but no, the people who know understand that on the conglomerate down below on under the monolith, a lot of slaves, unfortunately, and that's unfortunately the back of a lot of labor in the economy in the Third Horizon is unfortunately built on exploitation of a lot of the lower class, and so on the bulletin, a famous show is called The Plantation Owner's Daughter, which probably can understand like okay, I see where this is going. So, unfortunately, it is rife, and there is a victim of that system. All right. So it looks like we have it looks like we've got all the people. Y'all told me your classes. Are y'all okay with each other? And also, do you feel like what group concept do you feel like this fits in, or do you feel like we can try something else?
I will say, I think my character probably feels like the least rough and tumble person in a group of folks who sound like they're pretty rough and tumble. So I think he's probably fallen into this group while out on assignment as this.
You guys remember the movie Atlantis?
Mm-hmm.
The Disney film? I was gonna say that's what your character. It's like, hey, we need you. Come tag along. It's like, okay, great. Meanwhile, everyone's kind of like been working together for years or something like that. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, you're good. Because with the mix that we have, sounds like probably agent.
Sorry, I didn't quite pick that up.
Yeah. Let's do
I was thinking either agents or possibly mercenaries.
agents or mercs. Mm-hmm.
Because those ones have the most varied. You got a good mix here.
Yep. I can see that. How's everyone feeling? Raph or Steve?
I mean, I kind of left it kind of open because I'm really down for whatever. I mean, I like both options. I think mercenaries would be a lot of fun, but I think we're gonna die that way at the same time.
Looks like you've got some trauma.
A little bit.
Oh, why would you have trauma?
No reason.
The last character I played with you, Justin, I had one arm and alcoholism. That's why I'm scared.
But he did live.
You live.
Yeah,
There was only
that's
one
true.
casualty in that campaign, and he's
That is
sitting in
true.
here.
Yeah, he's hanging out.
There's only one tragedy.
It sounds like there's like okay, so it sounds like it's between agents and mercenaries, and so yeah, those I think I do see a lot of overlap with them. Agents, you're mercenaries, you work for the highest bidder, and actually even then in mercenaries, there's a lot in all of these concepts. There's a lot of variance. Like, what side of the law are you on as well? Because with mercenaries, if you look at the sub concepts, there's corsairs as well. But of course, I feel like with Mordecai, you probably wouldn't be on that side because he fought the corsairs. But who knows? You might be like, a corsair,
Yeah,
after all, is just a hired gun for anyone.
I was told to do this. Like for the betterment of my clan, I must do this. So hey, you die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And mine's just been promised freedom for so long it doesn't care believe anymore, so It's just one more mission at this point.
Yeah. And meanwhile, agents, it's more you're sneaky like you're assassinating people or you're getting into certain systems. You are espionage people. Or I would say, or your detectives, you are trying to find something or you're assassinating something. You're trying to, maybe you're planting information. You play the game in the shadows, and basically you're like, hey, if we have to get into a fight, we stack the deck in our favor. Whereas mercenaries, you're like, we're always ready for a fight. Come get us.
If you look between the two, I would lean more towards agent.
I do like that. Oh, I just kind of reading more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have a spy, a correspondent. Yeah, I feel like lends itself more to
Yeah.
agent.
And I'm just being the scout to give you the preliminary data.
And I fly the ship.
I fly
You get us there.
And that's the funny thing about pilot is you might not always be on the ship, but you are good at,
Justin,
you know,
please.
Take that, the buff
look,
duckers.
there was one group I watched that was playing they're playing the Coriolis Campaign. They finished it, but it was like long, like it was probably like 60 or 70 sessions. But their pilot was very active. They were the captain and they were going around, they were shooting, they rarely got when they got into the fight, they were always able to, they sat back and shot. They didn't just go
Right.
like
That's fair.
Of course, he's the pilot. If the pilot dies, we're fucked.
yes, because that is one thing. If y'all ever notice, piloting is an advanced skill because what we talked about when we made those characters is piloting and a few others are advanced skills. If you do not have something in advanced skill, you cannot roll it. So if you want to pilot something and you have nothing in piloting, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm sorry, you automatically fail that. You try to grip the steering wheel of your ship and try to pilot that.
To start pushing buttons and hope the boop boop doesn't happen. The self-destruct doesn't kick in. That'd be sad.
You don't
and
hear
funny.
the poops at intervals.
Yes, because ship in Alien RPG there is ship combat and there is ship like your ship, but I feel like in Coriolis your ship is far more important and far more central to your story. It is your home away from home. Really, it is your, and in many ways, it is your home. Especially for a nomad, it is your home.
So-
Sure is.
Mhm.
Quick question: do we have
Yeah.
anybody with engineering?
Uh,
Nope, we have to hire
Figure
someone.
out where to do.
I love it.
Or kidnap,
Well-
whatever we decide.
I will
Or
say,
kid-
I'm kind of one because the more I look at my character and like thinking about like the group, I almost kind of wonder if I should roll a different character for this. I like the more I think about my character, I think he may be more leaning towards like a group that's playing in like, as free traders rather than agents, or I could just like retool this guy into like a correspondent or something. I'm just like I'm trying to. I just want to make sure that my guy vibes with the rest of the group, and we don't have like a awkward
Yeah.
not vibing.
We can make it work. We've basically kidnapped NPCs and had them part of our party, so
we
That has
didn't
happened.
kidnap. We persuaded.
I mean voluntold, you're right.
Yeah, that has happened. But yeah, Alex, like
Yeah.
that's ultimately up to you. Or sorry, Xander, I used your. You know what? I used
That's
your
fine.
name.
It's the my handle is the last half of my name. So it's anybody could deduce what the first half of my first name is.
You're Hamilton, my friend. But yeah, no, I mean that's ultimately up to you, and that's also what this is for. Where it's like people are like, hey, do I mesh with the group? Do I need to switch? Do I need to change anything? It's ultimately up to you what you play. Those up there, like you have a pilot, and that's okay. The concept can those are really suggestions of what happens when you pick this group. But if you feel like you need to adjust, we can do that here.
I don't think we should min max. I think we should just
I'm
play to
not-
dip our toes in.
I'm not trying to say this just for like min maxing. Like I'm actually like talking like from a role play perspective, from like
I know.
who is this character that I wrote?
Mhm.
I would say that would only add more for the RP.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
because that would definitely help with developing character relationships, especially since it's like everyone's like first time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like in one campaign, Evie and I are about to fight each other because we're just complete opposites in personalities, but we
You mean
have to
every
work together
campaign?
to solve it. True. There was one where we
No,
actually worked together. It was fun. But
no,
still, it's
no.
like it's
In the pirate campaign,
you're right. Yeah, that one I teased the crowd out of you, and that was fun.
Well, you were a cat.
True.
I'm just saying she guessed everything with me on point every single time.
Yep. But yeah, yeah, Xander, it's like that is a thing too. You can still be an analyst. It's more you're more just now like, hey, like the reason why I'm here is because I understand the geopolitics of all
Hmm.
the people in here. Your character probably understands the geopolitical situation better than anyone.
Okay. I guess the only question I guess we have to answer, and maybe this is something that we'll answer uh, on the way, is like why, just like why, how I ended up in wherever our starting situation is.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And I've actually been writing a little bit of trying to at least be like, okay, how do these people all get together? But of course, I had to leave a lot of things blank because I needed to figure out what is their group concept. Because that colors everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I can think about is that I'm scout. I'm going. My mission would be to give you information about the political leader of that planet. That's one example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the scout leads the way. The scout is the one who they're the ones who lead the way, and they like basically like, and they might be the ones who like if someone's sniping in the back, like you might have Sikar Ball in the back. It's like I need a good like someone show me where this guy is so I can shoot him, and like basically you're like yeah he's right here, and I'd be like cool, you get +1 to your roll. You're the one that leads the way. You're the trailblazer. You discover the path, or you're the one that goes through and can move through areas quickly and notice things.
Yeah, and then I can relay everything I find back to the ship and game plan from there. Exactly.
Exactly. It's a lot of prep work, and then like if you go in and you just start shooting, but you did a lot of prep work, you might have a lot of advantages. But so it sounds like what is so it sounds like and is everyone going agents or mercs? Because it sounds like
Sounds like agent.
okay.
Are we good with that? Do we have a
I'm down with it.
solidarity?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all are agents. And so now that we know that y'all are agents, y'all have to pick something.
Oh,
Basically, you all have to pick, and y'all, I went back on your character sheets and I put in the your icon's talent because every icon has a talent that you get automatically. So and it doesn't count against you. So it's like I went and put your talents. But now, what we have to do is we have to pick your concept talent or your group concept talent. There are, and if you look in let's see, I might not have it up, but let me go ahead and grab it. That is,
that is interesting.
yep, everyone has a group talent. Um, And basically, how the group talent works is your group gets to choose one talent connected to your group concept. All the PCs can use this talent, and it can be used individually by every PC unless explicitly stated otherwise. And you will actually find it early on in this chapter that I linked. I think it's on like the third page of this chapter, for where third or fourth page of this chapter that I linked.
It's under group talents, right?
Yes.
A friend in every port, assassin's guild, or dancers of alarm.
Does it have the descriptions on there?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Alam. Alam's Temple. That is a faction in Coriolis that is known for its courtesans, and their courtesans are, courtesans like it's a courtesan, but its courtesans are also known as very, very, very good spies and assassins, as well as for their diplomatic prowess. Of course, whichever one of these you pick, it's like, okay, that can be like if you pick Dances of Lum, I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Or if you pick Assassin's Guild, okay, y'all are assassins. Or Friend in Every Port, Friend in Every Port. Now the thing about Friend in Every Port is it gives me 1 darkness point if you use it, and it's once per session for the whole group. So whichever one of you does it, that's it for the session. But it's like useful if you go to a new place and you need someone that you might have a contact that shows up that or that you for your organization that you were part of in the past, and they can vouch for you. Assassin's Guild, well, infiltration. Basically, it's like for some of you who are bad at melee combat, but you have a lot of infiltration. That can be easy when it's like you're using you're trying to, instead of assassinating someone with melee, you come up behind them with infiltration and then you just knife them. You might be able to take them out before they even know you're there. Or you may all be bad at manipulation, but you're good at dexterity, and so if you want to make a good impression, that's what the Dances of Lum helps with.
So I'll say, I have 0 in infiltration, melee combat, dexterity, and manipulation. So I prefer friend in every port. But by all means,
I've
by all
got-
means.
yeah. I have
You are not
infiltration, but-
melee.
I have infiltration, but nothing else. But I'm also leaning towards friend of ports.
I think friend in port is probably the most beneficial.
I would agree.
Okay. So,
Sorry, I agree too. I'm trying to figure out the website at the time.
yes, it's okay. When you click on the left side, Evie, and it'll pop up like on talents. Then if you scroll down, it'll show you.
I found that. I was trying to see what I was good at.
Oh, if you click on don't worry.
Wait.
So
Oh shit, it slides.
yes, but also this is what I have because unfortunately, anyone who's played with me knows I usually use Foundry VTT, which I'm way more used to. This is pretty good, but unfortunately, when Foundry VTT updated, it kind of broke some of the modules. And while Free League's modules are getting updated by the community, there are still some that are. Unfortunately, Coriolis is one of those that hasn't been gotten to yet. Alien RPG has been fixed. Forbidden Lands has been fixed. Blade Runner has been fixed. Twilight 2000 has been fixed, but unfortunately, Coriolis is not because apparently the guy had COVID. So we may switch back to that when I have it because I do have those modules, but for now, gotta use this.
No, it's not too bad. I actually like this layout a little bit more. It feels like everything's together. It's learning how everything works. That's kind of got me right now. So now I'm touching everything.
Gotcha. Yeah, and to put it in, what y'all want to do is go into edit. This is actually why I prefer Foundry VTT because then you just go to the side with all the talents and drag them. But if you go into edit your character, you'll want to add a talent, and then you will find the friend in every port, and every one of you gets that.
Okay. Where is edit?
Edit is the top left. At the top left, there's a little branch looking thing of your character sheet for edit. If you click it, it'll open it all up. And on that first page, you scroll down to talents.
Okay, step 1, find.
Let me see about sharing.
So you can only edit if you access it by right-clicking on the right-hand party side.
Yep.
And not through the portrait in the middle of your screen.
Yep.
Wait, say that one more time.
The right-hand party list.
Okay.
Right-click on your character and hit view.
Oh, it can scroll.
Yep. Wait, yours needs to scroll?
So I guess because there's so many members in the party, it can scroll. Because I've just been clicking on my character in the middle to bring up the view list.
Yep. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's right click. And then like Raph said, right click on your character, view it, and when it comes up, edit it at the top left.
Okay, there we go. That
And when
top
you
left is gonna get me every time.
Yep, I miss Foundry. But when you but remember when you add it, be sure to click at the bottom the check mark, the big white and green check mark at the bottom. That way it saves it.
This was. Should be able to search it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ahaha, I have found it.
Friend every port, and I'm checking everyone's. Good, good.
And only
Uh,
one person can use that for the entire session.
that is correct. So that's a thing where it's like y'all need to decide. It's like, hey, I want to use it, and then you need to tell me who. And then chances are I'm going to make a character on the fly that you may know that is connected to your character. But y'all need to decide, like, hey, do we use it now, and can I use it? All right, Shadow, are you able to put in a friend at every port talent?
Yep. For some reason, I have 2 talents.
Okay.
I think everyone
Oh,
should have
everyone.
two.
Yeah,
One
everyone has
should be for your birth. One should be for your birth month / icon.
Yep,
And then the other one is for
the one you had to pick for your class.
yes.
And be sure to put that your group concept is agents.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay, then we're good there.
Okay. The beer will flow in another way.
there it is.
Yep. Okay. Okay, okay.
Okay, definitely like. I like this. It's cleaner.
Oh, I miss Foundry. Everything was right there. But maybe I just have to get used to this. So, and also with this, there will be more theater of the mind in this. Now, when it comes to combat, I will be like, you will have a board and stuff, but it is largely theater of the mind.
Roger
Because this
that.
is meant for theater of the mind stuff. So with that, looks like everyone's has friend in every port. And now so basically we're pretty much over almost halfway done. And I say almost halfway done because the last part, what y'all need to do in session 0, can potentially take up the most time. And that's why I will share my screen here because y'all if y'all noticed, y'all have over here spaceships and star travel. The very important thing that has to happen next is y'all have to make your spaceship.
Get to shit.
Oh, baby.
Y'all have to make your spaceship because that's just how it works. Y'all, that is a big part of the game. And in fact, I am going to create the spaceship. There we go. And so the rules for creating spaceships are over on chapter 7, and I shared it. The spaceships and star travel. Your spaceship is your home or your home away from home, but really it's probably gonna be your home. So you have to decide what are you traveling on, and that should be on the create your ship section. So really the first thing to do is you have to pick your type and your class of ship and where it's from, like what port does it come from, and those all have their own. Those will just decide, hey, this is what your ship does. I don't know if has everyone been able to find it on there in that section.
Kinda.
I have, yeah.
Okay.
You gotta scroll a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a good little scroll.
Yep. That is the good thing about this is that the rule book is available to y'all.
All we see, yeah, is just that new spaceship, ship modules, that thing there.
That's
not
it.
Yeah. I'm over
Yeah.
here seeing the classes. That's a
Good.
slightly different thing, yeah.
Yep, all
Looks like
that matters.
since we're agents, we can either have a class 3 or a class 2. Class
You
3
don't
is like
have
a light
to.
fighter. Yeah.
These are all suggestions. Like
Yeah.
but it's up to y'all because this is pretty much I'm letting y'all steer this part of what y'all want.
hmm
I mean, do y'all want a big fuck off ship?
Well, does our
That'd be
pilot
nice.
have a specific proficiency?
That is an
Um,
excellent question.
So
There's
I'm
Pilot.
fighter pilot technically, but I think the piloting role is just that,
Mhm.
a role.
Yep. There is no proficiency in like what you roll, but the ship matters. Like so basically like you can pilot whatever ship you want, but its stats will be different. Like if you pilot a big ship, know that your maneuverability is going to be terrible. And also you might be like, well, this is kind of hard to man, but it's going to be tough. But also know this. The ship you pick, you are in debt and you owe half of the ship's value. So at the end of this, when we've added everything up, when we made everything, that is what you will owe. The base
Roger
of the ship is
that.
just the base.
Yeah.
You're going to be
Class.
Cowboy Bebopping this.
Okay, so we're probably gonna stick to the lower class of ships.
Yeah, because a
You don't
class
have to.
5 is 10 mil. Class 3, which is kind of like it looks like in the middle is about 1 mil.
Yeah, I'm
Class 2
thinking
is 200,000.
I mean, Jarek just offered to like loan us, half or 2.5 mil right there.
Yeah.
If we owe the bank $2.5 million, I feel like it's their problem at that point and not ours.
That is very true.
I would like to not owe 2 mil to the bank.
My character doesn't really care anymore at this point.
Y'all can
Yeah,
work it off.
yours doesn't care, but as a
No.
person who doesn't want to owe 2 mil and the times IRL are also hard.
Just
No,
buy the most expensive
here's
gun
where
and shoot anyone that tries to come for it.
here's where my character comes in, because my character would definitely be very aware of the fact that if you owe that much to the bank,
Yeah.
the bank likes you because you're now very valuable on their asset sheet, on
Yes.
their on their balance sheet. So
I feel like this guy I feel like this guy got a degree in economics or something.
hmm
Probably.
So it looks like it also depends on how heavy the ship is too, because the level 2 ship is somewhat maneuverable, but we don't have a lot of room to add stuff
Yep.
to it. So it's like we can either pick a kitchen or a medical bay.
Yep.
Do we want? No.
Oh, I love this part.
Also, is it possible to change your name depending on what chat you're in
Yeah.
or the channel?
No, unfortunately not. You have to change it every
Okay.
time.
Okay.
So Sunday when we do our D&D session, I'm gonna be changing it back to Ludwig Weber.
Okay. Yeah, because I gotta.
But yeah, so what ship classic? And you are right. The bank likes you. I mean, it's like, hey, I mean, that's an asset.
Oh god, coffin cabins. Jesus. Sorry, I'm reading ahead and look at the
Yeah,
modules.
that's okay.
These things are funny.
Yeah,
Like, do
that's
you want a
okay.
nice suite or do you want like the Japanese style hotels where basically you just slide it into a
Mhm.
tube and sleep there?
Yep, that's the thing is y'all have limited space. Of
Yeah.
course, yep, but I mean, there's a way to add more.
Oh shit.
So, what
how do
class
y'all
y'all
feel
pick?
about a patrol ship?
Give me a second. I'm slow.
Was that 2 or 3?
That's 3.
Yeah, I'm fine with 3.
So, just scrolling down a little bit, we have 3 required modules. So
Yeah.
if we go at,
Yes.
so if we go at class 2, half of our modules are already gone.
Correct.
Yep.
So I
That's why-
mean, I'm cool with a class 3. I mean, it's
Yeah.
5 times the price apparently, but
yeah.
you
Well,
said
that's
a
just it.
patrol ship.
Okay, yeah. Which one? Did you say?
Class 3 patrol ship.
Yeah, patrol ship. Why is there an ass?
Yeah, patrol ship. Yep. Let me see where it was. Yeah, that'll probably be right around here. Yep.
Alrighty. So the amount of cabin space is interesting because if we do the coffin sleeping quarters, we can have 16 rooms to do that with.
Mm-hmm.
If we do
Oh.
standard, it's 4.
Oh, I'm also gonna say, y'all will absolutely want a. I don't know why it says it's optional. Actually, I do know why it says it's optional. That's if you never leave the system. But just know that one thing that if you're leaving the system, which y'all probably will be, make sure you'll have enough for a stasis bed for stasis beds.
Gotcha.
Because oh my god, if you go through that's a thing for lore, but also there is a mechanic in it. If you go through the portals and not be in stasis,
Alrighty.
it's not a good time.
So yeah, since there's 5 of us, we're gonna need a minimum a class 3 ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should start by ruling out modules. Does anybody have the ability to repair gear and weapons and stuff?
What does that use?
No, I do not
That
think so.
that will be a lot of times that will be tech and science roles.
Yep,
Let me double
0.
check.
I do have tech,
Absolutely,
There you go.
I don't
but
know.
I mean,
How do
I
you
don't
know?
think we need a whole module for a workshop.
I have science
Okay.
How do
and
you
a
know
little
that
bit
you
of tech.
can? How do you know that you can roll for that?
How do you if you have 0 in it, if you though that's an advanced skill. If you have 0 in tech, you can't do it.
I don't even know where to look for that.
So
That is on your character sheet on
Yeah.
your skills.
It'll be I think it shows up just on the bottom left
yeah,
corner.
very bottom left corner.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably gonna have to close the
Oh
booklet
yeah.
in front. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're about to close the book.
Uh, okay, because it's like 4 weird ones, right?
It's gonna be
Because it's like science, tech, data gen.
yep.
I think medicine too.
Yeah, medicine is one, piloting is one. Let's see, mystic powers is one.
Okay, yeah. I don't science. I'm
Okay,
bodyguard. I don't
yeah,
science.
it's okay. You don't have. The thing is, you're not going to be good at everything, and you can always get one in the future. But just know if you get one, that means hey, that's not something you're not going to be good at everything.
That is perfectly fine.
But are y'all doing modules, or are y'all did y'all pick a class or?
I think we were
We know-
agreeing on a class 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Class 3. Thank you. So y'all get 10 modules, and before y'all look at the modules, this is something that's interesting. Where is your ship from? Like what shipyard is it from? I don't y'all it's in the book there, but it's like shipyards in the horizon because that determines a few things. They each give like a positive and negative vibe, or sometimes they give a positive vibe like it'll be 5% more expensive, or it'll be cheaper, but it'll be less maneuverable and bigger and bulkier. There are, I believe, 6 different start places that can be made from. Chalebs, which I believe is Mira. Harima is the monolith. Kamaruk is Zalos. Darkos is okay, the Kua asteroid belt. Hogri and Darab. So those are all like places that they're from, and they each give like a something different they offer.
We're not doing typing class yet, right? No, I found the shipyards. Here they are.
Yep.
Hold
Do
on.
we care if it looks pretty?
I do not. As long as I can breathe in it.
Are you looking at Halgaria?
How important is maneuverability? That's the question.
That's up to y'all.
I would personally like maneuverability just in case we get into any sticky.
But if we do take that, we get three extra modules,
Mm-hmm.
which there might be a module that could make up for that possibly.
What do you mean? Because what are you looking at?
Halgaria.
I don't know. I'm
Okay.
still looking.
He's looking at Halgaria. Halgaria is it gives you, it's in orbit between Coriolis and Kua, and it's cheap freighters of low quality, also bulk haulers. So it's -1 to maneuverability, but it gives you 3 extra modules, and it's 5% off the final price.
Okay, so are we going to be frugal?
I'm looking to see if there's something, if there's a module we can attach that would make up for that loss in maneuverability.
There's a lot of modules, Xander.
There are a lot of them.
That's why I love this. It's like, this is honestly going to be the longest part.
Well,
but it is y'all ship.
Illegal armament. But a +5%.
Steve was looking at that workshop, or
looks like we're going to need a docking station as a Class 3 ship.
Yeah.
Do you want a hangar as well?
And
Do we plan on sending people out individually?
I think so. So that means we need another smaller shuttle.
I mean, y'all can land.
That's true too.
And we only have one person who can fly, so.
I mean, y'all can leave it up in orbit. You can leave it up in orbit. Or off somewhere.
Is a ship hijacking a problem?
Depends on how many dark points you give me.
basically possible.
I would say if you're running this is me putting my thumb on the scale, but I would say if you're in a Class 3, it's really hard for me to see why you would get a hangar. Because the only thing you would get is like a little shuttle runabout. Which you can, but
I think we'll definitely need a med lab for sure.
Any of you have metacurgy?
I do not.
I kill people. Why would I need to heal them?
What about healing yourself, Raph?
Yeah, and I'm a bodyguard. I wasn't given
If I die,
power.
I die.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's the correct attitude.
I forgot you are the spiritual one.
He's the Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Which, obligated. I gotta ask for a chapel, can we?
Oh yeah,
you can put a chapel.
And I don't really care for a chapel.
So here's the thing about having a chapel on board. If you do have a chapel on board, every time you jump, so basically whenever you jump through the portal, you have to make a piloting roll. A chapel on board gives you +1 to piloting.
It gives it a +1?
A chapel on board is +1, and if you pray, a prayer is +1, chapel on board is +1, and anointed priest on board is +2. So if you were to be like, I am praying at the chapel, that's +2 to the piloting roll before you jump.
Question: how do I become an anointed priest?
Oh, you need to go to Mira. You gotta be no, you're not gonna be a priest, Raph, unless you get rid of your freaking You die and then you roll a preacher next.
He has to die and roll good.
He dies and then he becomes a prophet.
He has to
Oh my
die and
gosh.
roll good.
That's the next character.
That-
Or he
There's-
renounces everything for the sake of the icons and re-rolls.
There was one character, I think it was a movie called Mars. We had Dwayne The Rock Johnson there. And they're talking about chromosome 25 or something like that. For some
Oh,
people
God,
who are
Doom.
crazy, that
Doom.
it makes them not quite Doom.
Oh, it was Doom.
It was Doom, yeah. Your character, I'm sorry, just reminds me of the guy who gets bitten by the creature. He dies, but then he arises again, and he basically does like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, and it just
yeah,
kills himself again because he felt himself turning.
Yep.
And every time he said the Lord's name in vain, he would cut himself. It's like a form of repentance or something like that.
I could totally see that being Raph's character.
Yeah.
Just saying, if
So
you're
what shipyard
practicing
are y'all
self-harm,
picking?
I'm not gonna stop you, but I'm also not
Nope.
gonna help you.
So what shipyard are y'all picking?
Do we want the extra modules?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we're going. What was it? Halgria.
You're going Halgria?
Okay.
All right, y'all
We're gonna need it.
Yo. All right.
We're buying the janky old jalopy.
Yes.
You go. You're buying the jalopy. Low
Yep.
quality.
Just don't hit the engine. It might explode.
Speaking of which,
Honestly, we may need that chapel to keep the ship intact.
it's true.
Just say a quick prayer before we go.
Speaking of which, since y'all picked from Halgria, I can't believe y'all picked Halgria. Let's see. Y'all wanted those extra 3 modules, which let me
Yes.
go on here and add 3 more. Let's see, 1, 2. That module goes up to, I believe that is now going to be 13.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I will say I did not find a module that would actually really make up for this maneuverability loss.
Nope.
Just add
But
an extra gun and we'll be
Yeah.
fine, you know.
Like weapon system. There we go.
You know, this actually is really perfect for freaking Steve's character because he's from the freaking Nomads.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just put some tape on there. Add this to it. We can use it.
Hey, the Bashir is like our flagship. I wrote
Yes.
it as like a bunch of ships connected by docking bays. Oh, it's a little janky, but that's home.
It's like, this
Exactly.
thing works, like slams it and like steam comes out. What's it?
Yo, pass me the duct tape.
All right. So y'all are from have the Hagria yard. So y'all have now now y'all can have 13, and it's 5% off the price.
Mhm.
My God. All right. So I never thought y'all picked that one. All right. So now, what is your ship problem? Because every ship has them, and because you picked Halgria, you definitely have one.
We need
Are
more
you
duct tape.
cursed? Are you cursed? Is your ship cursed?
Please no.
And every time you travel, you get -1 for jumping through the portal?
No.
Well, does having a chapel cancel out that curse, you know?
Yes.
Can we cancel out that curse then?
Or are you on faulty thrusters and it's like you get even worse maneuverability?
No.
No.
What about unreliable sensors?
Okay? If we're gonna be agents and we're getting hired to do like weird agent doing stupid shit, I would like to be able to get the fuck away.
So obvious signature is probably out. Slow accelerator is probably out.
Oh
Maybe
God, worn out computers for pilot. Ugh.
Yep. And eccentric ship intelligence is one, but that means you have to pick the module ship intelligence. So that means it's like a very sassy AI that may occasionally not do what you want it to do because you told her, just do it. And it's like, well. So now you need my help.
Okay, but sassy AI sounds like fun.
It's not murder if it's robots.
Yeah, if y'all want that, that's your. But you have one of your modules, which y'all did just get extra modules.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, what ship problem do y'all want? Or I
Oh,
should say, you have.
one second. Did we ever actually pick the ship type, the specific ship type?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because were y'all picking patrol ship? Or I thought y'all picked patrol ship.
Because you can choose between light freighter, courier, gunship, patrol, or medium freighter.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, I
prefer
think-
gunship.
Are we
Gunship.
doing Blaze of Glory, or are we gonna roll around on speed of sound?
Why not both?
Working LSDOs?
Yes. I'm thinking
Maybe
gunship.
a patrol ship, so it has guns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not
patrol
sure.
ship has guns.
Okay.
It's faster too. Well, yeah, it's faster. Well, it really doesn't matter. It kind of doesn't matter, but it does. It depends on, like, this is also a thing. Is are y'all picking like something that's are y'all making the ship your own, or are you picking a? Actually, no. Okay, I think y'all are actually making your ship because there are things on here that are already cookie cutter and picked out.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going with Halgria, you're not just going with something that's just picked out. You are making your ship and picking all of your modules. So in the end, it doesn't matter. But patrol ship, I mean,
Tried
you can be a patrol
so
ship. It
hard
doesn't matter.
and got so far.
But for now, let's just say you're a patrol ship. Because that doesn't really have an effect.
Okay.
That'll work. So what's next? Problem?
Problem.
Problem. Yeah.
I recommend. I'm either leaning towards curse or worn out computer.
Curse.
Oh, yeah.
Curse.
Well, if it's
I-
cursed, we've got a.
Well, we have room for extra modules. We could
Yeah.
pick up the
chapel there.
chap, or we could pick up ship intelligence and get an eccentric ship intelligence.
Well,
Mhm.
the reason I'm leaning towards curse is because the chapel makes curse net neutral,
Yeah.
whereas ship intelligence we're losing a module and we get a negative from the problem, which is the AI
That's
will
fair.
just refuse to do a task.
He's a min-maxer. But no, that's true.
Yeah, I'm convinced.
Alrighty.
I would rather do worn out ship computer. I think because as what is space travel counts as one danger level higher? What does that mean? Justin?
Yeah, so basically, if there's a kind of danger that gets added on to things. So, like when you're jumping through the portal, you have to pilot, or when you're traveling some distance, depending on where you are, danger gets a little bit higher. So, like more things might happen when you're further out and from a trade lane, or it's like you're flying and it's like, okay, let me roll here. I'm rolling in the background, seeing if you come across anything or someone comes across you. But
Right.
really, for you, piloting is like really well. One, like when you actually get into space combat, piloting, you are maneuvering, you are like trying to gain advantage, and you are trying to plot a jump. Well, you're trying to get through the jump. So it gives you -1, but I mean,
I would like to try not to get lost in space. I
Okay.
vote for curse.
curse.
Look at dude, we're making his dream. He said he couldn't believe we picked Halgria. Now we're gonna pick curse, and he's chanting curse. What are we doing?
Curse.
I don't know.
I'm
I think
just
we're going
saying.
against it.
Do we want to go back on the shipyard and pick curse?
Curse.
Well, how good is our pilot?
I have 3. That's the max I could give it.
And what's your agility score?
5. The max I could
Oh,
give
so
it.
you get 8 rolls.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
roll.
that's the max you could get it.
Yeah.
For now, until you get more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in favor of the computers.
Okay,
Yeah, the way he was
Now-
chanting curse
Yeah,
makes
Yeah,
me-
no.
you know,
Curse.
like
Exactly.
Curse.
Oh, unless it's reverse psychology. He wants us to go bad pilot.
Oh no, I want you to pick curse.
There we go.
So, worn out ship computers. Are we
Oh.
good with that? Or are we trying to give him what he wants? Look at him, he looks so sad.
Wait,
It'll be funny.
you need to take a tally. I heard 2 and 2.
We've already given him one
Mhm.
one freebie in the form of our shipyard. Let's go with the computer.
Okay, we'll go with
Look at him,
He
he's so
leaned
upset.
back. He's so upset.
Curse. It would have been hilarious. Okay. Worn out.
An angry AI yell at me, then be like, "Where the heck are we?" and pray that we survive this jump.
Curse would have been like, the icons do not look kindly upon you. Okay. So, worn out ship computer. The sensors of the ships are of poor quality. When the problem is activated, all data gen sensor rolls suffer -1 during a combat encounter or some other event requiring dice rolls. So, your computer ships are old on this thing. It makes sense. You're already this is from Halgria. It's already kind of beaten and low quality. You just happen to get low quality computers too. But maybe your pilot and someone else who's good at data gen can help with that. And they can mitigate that. Okay. Now, the modules. As y'all know, y'all have about y'all have 13 modules. This has 13 modules now. 3 of them are already taken up by required modules.
Yep.
Now the rest are up to you.
Stasis law, they recommend that one because that's what Jarx suggested
Yup.
as we doing
Yeah,
portal
for
jumps.
sure. We need
Yeah.
stasis if we're going through portals.
Okay.
I'm thinking coffin cabins.
I mean, I'm down to sleep in a coffin.
Yeah, we can put 16 of them on the ship. So
That'll work.
Why do we
Okay.
need 6 cabins?
Chapel for sure. We're going with that.
yeah,
Yeah, we're going with the chapel.
Is a docking port module?
dockings
Yep,
with other
there is.
ships. Yeah,
Do we want one of those? If we're not doing hangar for sure.
yeah,
I think a docking station would be
yeah.
probably wise.
Yeah.
Okay.
The manual calls it almost a necessity.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Medlab, I recommend that one. It's a +3 though.
Can we use it though?
None of
We
y'all have
have-
metacurgy, do you?
Yeah.
Oh dang.
So we have to roll medicine.
Unless
to
y'all
use the
like
med lab?
kidnap a doctor or something.
All right, note to self: we'll kidnap a doctor.
Session 1.
We shall
That's our
use
plan.
our best persuasion technique.
Yeah. And then we'll definitely need a workshop. Fix our
Workshop.
stuff.
Fix ship. I agree.
Yeah.
So y'all are going for med lab and workshop?
I don't think med
Workshop.
lab.
Workshop for
Okay.
sure, but like, who was it that said that we don't have any medical?
None of you, I think, have metacurgy.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have metacurgy.
How do we feel about escape pods?
I mean, good to have them. I'd say.
Especially since we don't have an engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, what about the service? It's for ship repairs.
Sorry, it's hard to hear you. What'd you say?
Service station.
Service station. Let's see.
It's
Used
used
for
for
ship
ship
repairs
repairs
and
and maintenance.
That can help.
Weapon system. How advanced do we want to go on the weapon system?
I see one here that's based off a data gen skill.
How
Weapon
many,
system.
I have data gen.
How many more modules do we have? 5?
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all got 5.
Yeah, so weapon systems for sure. Is that gonna take up multiple modules?
Let me check.
Each weapon system is an individual module. Yes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it says varies on there.
Yep.
So probably 2. That leave us 3 free.
Yep. That
Do
is
we want
correct.
a cargo hold or a smuggler stash?
They're the same price.
Yeah, they're both the same
I think a
price.
cargo hold. I mean, it's never bad to store stuff, right?
Yeah, it's just a smuggler stash it's just extra hidden compartment.
Are we trying to hide something?
I don't know.
Not yet, I guess.
Yeah. We are agents that know everybody. They might gift us some stuff.
You never
Like
know.
it.
What role are most of these ship weapons based off of?
Most ship weapons are going to be based off of, I believe, ranged combat. Let me check that. When someone, because basically, y'all will, at the end of this, y'all will pick like what you are, like your crew positions. I believe that the gunner is the one that controls that, and gunner rolls. Gunner does.
We can hold 50 tons of cargo with our cargo hold.
50 tons? Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. It's ranged combat. Gunner does ranged combat.
All right.
Sensors data gen. Piloting does piloting, of course, but also, well, yeah, piloting does piloting. Um, engineer is using technology. And of course the order the cat commander or the captain does command.
Do we have a captain?
That could be.
Not
Uh,
yet.
Yeah, I have no
it could be you,
command.
Mordecai. You can be the pilot and captain.
I won't be a very inspiring captain, I guess. I have 0 command and 2
Yeah.
empathy.
I'm already ready to die for you.
I will say I will say, funny enough, one of the things that people said they get killed on a lot is when they're in space.
Great. We're like not prepped for that. Awesome.
I can't wait.
I've
Yeah,
got
so
data
escape pods are on there, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, what's so it's
So I have 6 ranged combat currently.
6?
Yeah, I roll for 6.
Oh, what is that's agility? Okay, I gotcha. I have
that's
7,
agility. I got 8.
but I'll be fine.
I have no combat of any kind.
Makes sense. Like, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I'm just a city slicker. I don't know what I'm doing.
We have.
You got a yuppie out here?
Do we have a second person with data gen?
I do.
Um,
I have 2 as well. How about
I'm
that?
kind of thinking about future proofing. I'm thinking we get a mid lab and somehow acquire a doctor to help us.
Love that choice of words.
So
Acquire.
Justin, like I think I asked you this before. So when we level or we get XP, we can spend them to get more skills. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can we
Yeah.
choose meta? What is it called? Meta abilities? Oh, we
Yeah.
can. Okay. I didn't know if because it's an advanced skill. I don't know if that was possible.
Yeah, so you can pick an advanced skill, and we would roleplay it as we would have to roleplay it as like, hey, I found someone and they taught me this, like, or maybe I researched in a book and I kind of experimented a little bit. And so, yeah, no, you can pick whatever. It's just that when you roll, if you don't have anything advanced skill, you can't roll it.
I
Whereas if it's a general skill, you can. but you can learn advanced skills.
I gotcha.
Have
Definitely recommend.
interdimensional Google.
Yes.
Got it. He's ready to get their Google degree.
Let me just pop in this YouTube video real quick, and let's get started.
You know what's funny? There is a library database.
That works.
It gives you a database gives you +3 to culture or science within one defined area. For example, astronomics, humanities, or artifacts. Oh, this is so good.
So, does anybody plan? I'm sure one of us by now has to be planning to be a doctor. If not, I'll do it. But
Yeah, I could see that being my character since I'm the scout. I probably have to take care of medical myself, you know? I could see my character picking
Or
up
you
that skill.
kidnap a doctor.
or
Yeah.
not. I mean, that's
Yeah.
always an option.
Or hire them.
I mean, yeah, we could
Yeah,
be
definitely.
moral about it
It's
too, but
Not
whatever.
kidnapping.
It's
It's persuasion.
Yeah.
We voluntold him to come with us.
yes.
Sorry, I'm strictly faith-based healing.
Yeah. The good Lord.
I don't believe in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized something. There's something called bonus modules in here.
Really?
Yep, the ship has an additional 5 extra modules. This feature can be purchased several times for larger ships. I will only do that after y'all make your first ship.
Gotcha. So yeah.
It's just a way to get more modules on our ship.
Yeah,
Yep.
in the future, yeah.
So it could
I
be
know.
that a freakish amalgamation that
Perfect.
freaking Mordecai's used to.
Hey, come
Perfect.
on now. It's not freakish. It's home. Okay.
Actually, I'm
God.
sorry. That's a feature. That's a feature. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's a, so it's
Yeah.
not it's not one of the 3, but that's a feature. And features are you start with 3 features, so you actually can pick it.
Alrighty.
So did we get escape pods just in case our bucket of random parts slapped together
Yeah, I
gets
think we
blown up?
should. I think we
I
should.
think it was agreed upon that we get the.
Yeah. Escape pods, good idea.
If I'm reading this right, we get 2 of them.
You get
and
2
they can-
escape pods that can hold 8 people.
I gotcha. Alright.
So we're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are good.
Yeah, we have to bring a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Just leave
then
2 modules.
medical for sure. And then the last one you could probably do another weapon.
So we're doing medical for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's good with that.
All right. Time to
Medical.
find a doc.
So y'all are getting a med lab and y'all are getting a
Good
what's it?
time.
Yes, a good time.
Do we want 3 weapon mods on this ship?
We have 3 people that can do long range, right?
Yeah,
Yes, but there's only one gunner.
There's also a data meme weapon that allows the sensor operator to do a lot of the combat rolls on it. So we effectively get to double up on gunners if we take that weapon.
Oh yeah, because since there was a data gen.
Yep.
I think we should take that, but how much EP do we have, just so we know how many uses?
Fantastic question, my friend. That is a fantastic. I'm glad you asked that question. Oh,
I'm
EP.
glad someone understands what's going on.
So you have 5 energy points on this ship.
And do those recharge, or
let's see.
how many times can we use that in a session? I guess. I mean 5, but
so that is up to the engineer, I believe. And basically, like your energy points, you're basically, how would I say it? Your energy points, you're like, okay, I want to put this amount toward this or this amount toward this. So energy points, I'm trying to remember how they work. Energy points, energy points, energy points, energy points. Energy distribution. The most important task for the engineer is to distribute the energy from the reactor. The power generated is not enough for all systems all the time, meaning that the engineer must prioritize. In the game, this is represented by energy points. Each ship has a pool of energy points to spend every turn. If your ship takes damage, the energy point pool can decrease. Read more under ship damage below. Each turn, the engineer distributes the entire EP pool to the other crew members. To keep track of energy points, you can use your new token you like and place them on your respective deck, blah, blah, blah. And EP pools are refreshed at the beginning of each turn. Energy points cannot be saved between turns. As a rule, all actions in space combat performed by a crew member cost 1 energy point, but there are some exceptions. Captain's orders cost no energy points. Overloading reactor costs no energy points. The pilot's actions cost a number of energy points equal to the class of the ship, and then firing a torpedo does not cost an energy point. So it depends on what it will tell you, like how much energy points something requires for you to do something.
So we can fire torpedoes all willy nilly in space.
Yeah, you can. Well, you fire 1 torpedo and then it doesn't cost you energy. So then suddenly now you have enough pool for someone else to do something.
Got it. We're shooting torpedoes in willy nilly space, guys.
Yeah. Orbs are expensive. I will warn you.
Damn it. That's
Like I'm not lying. If you look in there, if you saw the cost of a torp, you can do it. In fact, it's not a bad idea. It is not a bad idea.
Data meme is expensive. Wow.
Mm-hmm. It sure is. And it sure is.
Look at that big smile on Jarg's
Shit,
face.
yeah, it is. Holy fuck.
Because y'all have one more module. You'll have one more.
I think we should also get countermeasure dispenser. I think that might be the smart thing to do.
yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
Did y'all pick your last module?
Countermeasures.
Sorry, I think that's a feature.
Is it?
It's a weapon system, it says.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
yeah,
okay,
That's what I
so-
found under.
Yeah, so under your weapon systems, that's going to be... Okay, so I'm trying to see. So... Oops, okay. So you have one more module, and then that's when we get like, okay, what weapons are you picking?
Yeah. So do we want 3 weapon systems: countermeasure, meme, and then a normal gun?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should do that.
Okay. So
That sounds good, yeah.
Okay. So countermeasure. What's the other one?
Data meme.
Yeah.
And what's your last one?
Good question. I don't think we decided.
So what are the first 2? Is like one. What is data one?
Data meme is basically a weapon that the person on sensors fires with a with. It has like 2 stages,
Okay,
but
so
it
it's
uses a data gen roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
like
a long range
Yeah, it's like
and a
hacking, I would say.
short.
Yeah, what is long range? Like this is space combat. How far is
So
long?
there is a when we roll, you will note. In fact, real quick, I'm going to press that to make sure I've saved all this, because that would suck if I lost it. But
Yeah.
there is a
What?
thing. There are segments. If you look on my screen, I'll show you what the tactical map looks like. If you see this,
Oh,
long range would essentially be like if you are here and they are like 3 spaces away.
And then wait, do we want something for contact, like autocannon? Because we got short range and long range covered, but do we want contact?
What? Ooh. I mean, yeah.
like
Contact's probably
on
good.
contact they have to hit. I got
Yeah.
I actually
least
don't
this-
see a range limit on data meme.
There might not be.
It says on the table beneath
says
its
long range.
description, it says long.
Replica?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. Then you got mine, matter mine, and nuclear mine. I think autogun might be best.
Rap.
I'm in agreement with that. It's some kind of
Yeah, pretty
cannon.
good. So y'all are gonna pick
Is it fixed?
yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. I just adopted 2 cats, and one of them decided that my mic was a good toy.
Oh, that's
Of course they did.
Okay, because I fucking fell asleep. I was like, oh shit, we lost one.
No. But sorry, what did y'all say y'all were picking for your last weapon?
autocannon. Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Yes. Boom, boom.
Okay. Autocannon. Here we go. Okay, autocannon. All right. Autocannon. Countermeasure dispenser, data meme, and autocannon. I like this. Y'all are like more, hey, we're trying to get away and try to disable you and then go. or
Mhm.
they're going to basically disable you and fuck you up and maybe board you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Either
are
way,
we
we're
going to
knocking off your engines.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
the first ones are for. You're getting that dead.
It's like that hunk of junk's got some actual pretty good. You're gonna have to figure out why we have worn out computers.
Mhm. Oh, we got
Uh,
advanced targeting. We basically have old worn out computers for advanced targeting. Gives +1 to locking onto targets.
yeah.
Oh shit! Now we gotta have, like, try to come after. Now you'll figure out why we have worn out computers. What?
You're
Boom.
gonna figure out why we don't have health. So, so now, one thing to pick is your features. So, last step in creating your ship is picking features. You will start with 3 features, but you can add more later on. There is no limit to how many features you can have, except your personal financial limits. The cost of features depends on the size of your ship. A feature will have its cost listed as a percentage of the ship's
Dude.
starting cost, usually 10%.
I
2
want
features
none
will
of
set
that.
to the cost of 20%. But you have 3 that you start with.
Okay, I just saw this one's a feature. It's called Blessed Ships bonus +1 to portal jumps. So we could
Oh,
go back to take
yeah.
curse with the
Curse,
chapel.
curse, 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 curse. I will rule that you can't do that. It doesn't make any freaking sense.
Why you keep shit curse in the background?
We know the ship is cursed, so you just have hashtag bless on the wall somewhere.
I would say you can't. It's one or the other.
Damn. Oh, here we go.
Uh,
Bonus modules. Let's get more modules for more.
No, we're already in debt.
We already are. We're just embracing it at this point.
Yeah.
We could get a ship system and replace a crew member.
Oh yeah, you could do that and replace because none of not a lot of y'all have technology, so y'all could replace the.
Replace the engineer.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. Ship intelligence, versatile AI. Everything goes up +1, but that's so expensive.
Ooh, how much is the ship AI?
A lot. It's up by 30%.
Ooh, yes.
Sounds gross.
And we got turbo projector, +1 maneuverability.
Okay, wait. So we get 3. Do we have to take the features?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
we do. We
have
have to
take.
take 3.
So
Okay.
I'm reading Arboretum. How important are mind points?
Mind points are important because that is like your stress essentially. If you lose mind points, that's when you start like checking out and you're like, I can't do this, and you stop doing stuff. Like if you're in a space fight, it's like, hey,
Ooh.
wake the frick up. And then you're just like, I'm not rolling for piloting. I'm out.
Fuck this shit. I'm out.
That's where command comes in, where it's like, wake the up.
Yeah, no one has command right now.
Choices, choices.
Oh, there we go. Library database that can help us get our extra roles in the future.
Yeah, your library database gives you +3 to culture or science rolls. Like you land on a planet, you're like, hey, what the frick is this thing? And then it's like, or why do these people act like this? And that might help you out.
Oh, there's a trauma
What is
lab.
the?
That's cool.
So I'm just trying to figure out what the difference is between library data, like I'm looking at library database and comparing it to research computer, and library database just seems like strictly better.
The thing about like library has everything that we know. Research is stuff that we don't know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I think it. At least
Yeah.
just on the surface, what it would be. Like you found this ancient artifact and you put in the research area and see if you can translate it.
Yeah. But I definitely see what you mean. It's like, that's, and especially because they're both 5%.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, let me see what the library database is. Yeah, they're both 5%. Wow.
Yeah.
I guess it does say for analyses, so I guess that may be like a specific kind of action you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you found an artifact. What is this? And I'm like, roll science. And you're like, I'm going
Plug
to
it
look
in
up
the
the
computer.
date. Plug it in the computer.
Alrighty. Yeah.
I like the idea of library database.
Yeah.
Um,
How do you feel about turbo projector? We get our maneuverability back if we go that route.
But that's also a 20 more. Do we care
True.
about the money at this point?
Don't
No.
care about the money.
No,
You can earn it
we
back
don't.
by fighting.
You,
And remember,
don't
well,
it's
know what
half
you
of
don't.
what you owe. It's
We don't even
half
know
of
what our
you owe.
total is right now.
Yeah,
Like,
oh,
No, we
no.
don't.
Yeah.
The ship's already at $1 million so far. We're just adding on to it.
Yep. The $1
I'm
million
not
was the
gonna.
start.
Yeah, just starting is $1 million.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. I would definitely say we're probably gonna end up totaling about 3
6,
mil.
7 mil. 6, 7 mil.
You're going 6, 7.
God, I
Okay.
hope not.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
just
we
it.
added a medical bay for future proofing that we're gonna potentially rescue, air quote, somebody.
Rescue a medical
We've got
person.
a holy man. He can help talk them to our side. It'll be fine.
You have a holy man?
Yeah, the assassin. He's the assassin, right? I'm
He's
still
not a
trying to
holy
get.
man. He's got nothing in culture.
Oh, he's just an uncultured holy man. He believes
he-
that God will let you live if it is necessary.
No. If you say shit, he's the guy that says, "I said the Lord's name in vain." Starts doing lashes for his repentance.
Oh my God.
That's
Yeah.
that's what he's going for, type of thing.
So what are y'all? What are your other two features, Neil?
Okay, so we agreed on the library database.
Mhm.
Do we want something to help? Like was said earlier with the arboretum,
I
helps
know
the
what
crew to
y'all
recover
probably.
mind points.
I know what y'all probably want. Atmospheric entry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just got to
Yeah.
that. Yeah, for sure we need that.
Where do you? There it is.
It's like an alien RPG,
Yeah,
and your ships
that
don't
would
start
be
like that.
nice.
Oh, look at this ship system. Replaces one crew member, attribute 3, skill level 3.
Yep.
There's our doctor, guys. No.
Yeah. There's your doctor. But do y'all want atmospheric entry?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
So we all have one more.
Alrighty.
You can take heavy armor and have worse maneuverability, but a bigger piece of shit. You just
Oh, here you
tank.
go. Precise thrusters +2 for piloting
Oh.
when docking or landing.
Oh.
That is pretty good.
We got a salvage unit.
Enable salvaging, that's
Oops.
true.
Stealth technology decreases ship signature by 1.
I was on
Hmm.
that one.
Decrease the ship's signature by 1. Yeah, that can help out in the black. So that way they might not even notice you, or you are able to, because in combat there's something where you can wink out and basically be like, they can't, basically it's just like ARPG. If they don't get a lock on you, they can't really attack you.
Yeah.
I think we should do turbo projector. I think just getting that maneuverability back would be cool.
Yeah. I'm in
Turbo.
favor for it.
Okay.
Got maneuverability and
And an extra speed boost, yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, +1 maneuverability and speed. Okay.
Yeah. So we get a little bit faster.
Everyone good with turbo projectors?
sounds good to me.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, pilot, we're gonna make you look cool as fuck.
So now, so now it looks like we got all of that. So, and let me see. I can put all these stats in. First, let me save, because I don't want to lose any of that. And then, so let's see. I'll tally up the debt later. But who is your captain? Who kind of rolls command? In fact, if y'all pick the system like to replace the crew, y'all put a pick to replace the captain, the ship system. But who is your captain?
Who has empathy?
Nope. I got a 3.
I have 3 in empathy, but I have nothing in any of its relevant skills.
I have 2 empathy, so I don't think I'm qualified to be a captain.
Y'all should have gotten the assistant to replace the captain. Which I don't think he will let you do.
Let's just come back to that one for now. Let's go to pilot. That's an easy one.
Yeah, I'll pilot. Yeah, I can do
you're
that.
piloting.
Mordecai Bashar.
Yeah. I don't think I can do anything there. For this ship, I don't think I can do absolutely nothing.
I mean,
What
maybe
good are
Gunner.
What does Gunner use?
Gunner uses ranged.
I got
Come.
Let me see. Range? I got a 0.
Ooh. All
I
right,
got
who's the big
8.
You got 8?
Mhm.
All right. So, Katarina.
I'm a
Barone.
bodyguard. I'm good with guns.
That is
Pew
true.
pew.
All right, who's operating the ship sensors?
What's that fall under?
Ship operating sensors. I think that's that may be
Data
data gen.
I believe that's data gen.
Not
Yeah,
it.
that's data gen.
I am good at data gen.
All right. So a sword. And then we need an engineer, which
What does
I'm
that
guessing
use?
0 already, but what do they fall under?
that's under technology.
0.
What? Ew.
I'm the scout. I go in and gather intel. I don't fix things. I don't fly ship.
So what do? I scout things.
I have 2 technology. Can I be the engineer too?
Yeah, actually, you can.
Oh my god. Hey.
Does
got
anyone
no
else have any
Steve,
technology? That's an
Steve, you're gonna
advanced
be
no
skill.
technology.
Steve, you're gonna be highly
No.
prey if you're not careful. You're gonna be the captain, the pilot, and the engineer.
Actually, where's Mordecai? Where's freaking Mordecai? Rav, you there? Or the cat's like taking your stuff.
And what
Are
do
we
they have
sure we don't want
empathy?
a ship system?
And captain sympathy, right?
Yeah,
Captain's
Captain's empathy.
I've got a 3 in empathy. A flat 3.
Flat 2.
I got a 3 in that, but I don't think you want a person who doesn't care as your pilot. Or the captain.
Oh
You
my
know,
god. I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby.
should we leave it blank for now?
I guess.
This is a communism. No one's the captain.
No, hey, no. Captain's cursed. What do you mean? Whoever takes the captain position dies.
Part of the crew, part of the ship.
Who's part of the crew, part of the ship?
No, the captain's the AI that's gone wonky.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
No, that would be perfect for role playing. Captain says, "We are going to the Dagobah system. No, we're going over here. Initiating launch."
I might as well pick that eccentric AI and made it the captain.
Exactly.
So
It says it's captain on paper, but we don't listen to it.
oh lord. So for now we have that, and I think that's pretty good. But now the most important thing, and I'll tally everything up and let y'all know, but what is the name of this ship? What is this ship's name?
Black Panther.
How edgy.
Old Betsy. Good old Betsy.
You said yeah. Oh lord.
Dude, you
We got any suggestions on date? Actually, what would our ship look like?
A
Piece of
hodgepodge.
junk. Literally a piece of junk. It's Hull Gria, and it's just got all this. It's a cheap, low quality freaking freighter
No,
that was converted into a patrol ship.
Think of Mad Max and the furious people in those trucks that were just all jerry-rigged to be death-destroying machines. It's all rusty, nasty looking. The only cool thing is the guy playing guitar that turns into a flamethrower.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
unmute for one moment and say you can't choose old Betsy. It's just no.
I'm tallying up all your stuff and how much this thing's gonna cost.
Huh.
Well, apparently, the ominous voice in the sky said no to old Betsy.
Said no to old Betsy. Said no to old Betsy.
Yep, Betty here holding up all right. Pat, pat. A thing falls off. Goes, I'll fix that later.
Okay, let's add. It's so far. I've got the base. Now we have to add to the. Now we have to add to the. Let's see how much this is. Okay, this is library database is 5% to the cost times one. Oops.
Give me a second.
Times
Good
1.05. Then also, what is it? Atmospheric entry is 10% times 1.1. And then finally, turbo projector. My God, this thing's a hodgepodge. Times 1.2, that's 20%. But luckily for y'all, it's also 5% off.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I
So I
have
have looked up popular boats.
names. We've
We've got
not
working, not spelled K-N-O-T, working. Another one, ship face.
Wow.
Wanderlust. Wanderlust is always a good one. Bella Luna, which would be beautiful moon. Or it could be Bella Noche, which would be beautiful night.
No, they sound clean. Like they don't sound like when you picture those names, you don't think a pile of rust.
Well, that's why I was voting for ship face, but I also like Wanderlust.
Okay.
Or it could be Wanderdust.
Oops. Let's see. All right, I found I have how much y'all owe for this ship.
All right, what's the damage?
I am putting it into this chat right here. And I need to add that. Actually, I need to. Yeah, actually, I lower that. Okay. You owe.
Hey, I called it 7 mil.
No, not 7 mil. It's
No,
768,623 beer.
Gotcha.
Actually, that's lower than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
I took off 80,000 from because you picked Halgria.
Oh yeah, because it was the minus the 5%.
Yep, the minus 5%.
That's what helped.
Yep. So, yeah, it's not bad, but y'all want to let's see. I also need to add up now what y'all get for maneuverability and everything. So let's see.
Okay,
You're
guys,
sitting.
need a name.
Y'all need a name.
There's Belladonna. That's a deadly plant.
Don't pick the Defiant for the love of God.
All right, the Defiant. Let's go.
Hers.
I did like the name Belladonna.
Belladonna.
Because I don't know if we're gonna die or if the ship's gonna die, or if everyone else is gonna die.
It's
Hey,
okay.
Mo.
We got a doctor.
The doctor's the AI.
Ooh, the Normandy. How about the Normandy?
There we go.
The Normandy?
Yeah.
All right, which of you is Shepherd? Because none of y'all can fucking command.
So true.
None of y'all commander. Oh gosh, good thing y'all took Hungria to take off with that freaking Pittsburgh.
This on a website, a name generator website. Here we go.
Ah, there we go.
Ooh, I kind of like this one, Void Runner Mystique. But I don't think
Ooh.
we're a little too junky for that.
Yeah, that
I
doesn't
think
quite sound.
Void Runner. There we go. Or
Void
Mystique.
Runner.
Ooh, Cosmic Raft. Got it. I like
Yes.
that one.
Yes, I'm
Cosmic
in
Raft.
favor for Cosmic Raft.
I like Cosmic Raft.
Oh, that sounds like a majority.
Yeah.
The Cosmic Raft.
I mean, like that sounds like a really good name. Like it was originally a freighter, right? And we
Yeah.
slapped some parts onto it to make it into a scout ship or a
Yeah.
patrol ship rather.
Yeah.
So it
That
was
was our
originally like just
Cosmic
some
Raft, yeah.
some freight company's Cosmic Raft freighter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna have a good time finding a ship image for that. It's gonna be amazing.
Can it be like the one in Treasure?
Oh, you can have fun
Yeah,
with
but
it.
that's
Just
a
have
good
just
one.
have a little life raft with like 6 people in it.
Bodie, but that's Bodie McBoatface.
I did see a name for Bodie McBoat.
Of course, there was a name for Bodie McBoatface. Oh lord. Well, luckily y'all instead of -1, y'all have. Let's see what your maneuverability was. Okay, it's no longer -1; it's 0.
Yes.
Let's see your
Oh, did
signature.
we accidentally end up with a -1 maneuverability?
But it may
No.
it
No,
not
we
anymore.
canceled it.
Yeah, we
Okay,
canceled it
good.
out later on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I
Also,
think it was
there
one
was
of our features. It gave us a +1 to maneuverability and +1.
Yeah, +1 to speed and things, yeah.
Yep. And no one's the captain because none of y'all
Nope.
have anything for command. And no, everyone was like, "I don't want it." You're like freaking Jon Snow. I don't want it.
I don't want it. She's my queen.
Could we automate the
God.
captain later with ship system?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. My God. So just pick the freaking the ship captain, the automated AI, so I can fuck with it. Uh,
I'm not
but
gonna
y'all,
lie.
yep.
Sassy.
It says the
Sassy
boat,
bit would.
the cosmic raft. The cosmic raft. Yes. Okay. Speak. And I'll input all of these. I'll input all of these so y'all can see what they are. But in time, I will show y'all what these are. In fact, let me put the cost of your ship or how much debt you have. 768,623. It wasn't as bad as y'all thought it was gonna be. And I'm going to share this. So that way y'all have it. And I don't know if now y'all can see y'all can play as that ship.
Let me reload.
I still need to do a few edits to it, but I still need to do a few edits to it. I need to do some stuff with the trackers. Like now, like how many hull points is it? Because I believe your hull points actually go up by. Actually, no, they don't. Your just modularity go. You just had extra classes, but I will input all the different stuff from what y'all have. Yeah, I'll input all the stuff from what you have and put all the stats in. That way y'all aren't just waiting. But that is your price on how much it costs you to pay back this ship. Now, there may be some stuff that it's like, yeah, I can take off this amount or I can take off this amount, depending on who you work for. But hey, for now, well, really, y'all are on the Cosmic Raft. The consortium probably have a good time with this one. But yeah. And honestly, y'all, that is it for session 0. Anyone have any questions?
Nope.
No.
No,
No.
I don't think so.
Is the next session our first session 1 next week?
Yeah, I was thinking I could start it as early as next week, and basically, how do y'all feel about the cadence? Are y'all fine with every Friday, except like like if there's a holiday or something where people are expected to be gone and stuff? I will of course adhere to that. Or do y'all feel like every other week?
I'm good with every Friday.
Yeah, I'm good with every week.
I
But
should
I
be
mean,
good with
if
every
you
week. Yeah.
if you need a plan, I don't know how intensive playing this game can be too.
Mm-hmm. It's it's not intensive, and my goal is to make it like 2 hour sessions, so that way, like people can be about like if we have to go an extra time, I'm gonna ask like if y'all are in the midst of something, I'm gonna ask like, hey, are y'all in the middle of a fight? Do y'all want to cut off here? Do y'all want to finish this fight? But my goal is to keep it 2 hours because I know a lot of people like they work on Saturdays or they might be busy the next day.
I got you.
But yeah, I want to be cognizant of y'all's time as well. But
Well, yeah, I'm good every Friday.
okay.
Everybody else is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then every Friday it is. So so y'all, basically we picked a few things. One, y'all are agents. Um, so basically y'all are agents, and y'all have friend. Potentially you could have a friend in every port or whatever port you're at. So y'all, I have to figure out okay who you work. I have an idea of who you work for. I've been finding out a few things, but now I can like connect a few more dots. Um, and so one thing I want to ask the before we start is, do y'all know each other or have y'all not met yet?
I probably do not know anybody on the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically I'd be a bodyguard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
That's what I was.
probably yeah, I was gonna say I'd probably get
That's what
cash.
I
You're,
was anticipating.
you're quiet again, Evie. It's happening again.
Yeah.
Okay, this might be a what's going on.
Is it your? Do you have your voice activity set as like on your input mode? Do you have it set so high? Like
I
your
don't know. Ask the one across from me. He's the one who keeps tinkering.
go to user settings, go to voice and video, and look on your input mode, and then like,
No, you're gonna get me in trouble.
all right. But
I thank you for your help.
that's fair. It's not my house. So, all right, y'all. It looks like we got a game plan, and there is no commander, which is going to be hilarious, but that is okay. Y'all are in a ship. Y'all have a crew. You have a crew. I did anticipate y'all like saying y'all wouldn't know each other, so I do have a scenario gamed out to where y'all do meet, and y'all will meet your patron. And actually, that's one thing I did forget. I can't believe I should have done this in the very beginning, or at least close to the beginning. Um, do you want me to make up your patron?
Now what? I would say tell us next time
Yep.
because we're gonna be walking in fresh, and it's
Yep.
going to be a time.
Oh yes. In fact, I have a few scenarios gamed out for each of you and how y'all meet out. Some of you a little bit more than others. Some of y'all are coming in and it's a little bit more like it will be interesting. I will say that it'll be interesting. Like I've looked at what y'all sent me and y'all's backgrounds and or what we made together, and I've tried to tailor it to where it works and y'all come together. And y'all have your first mission. How it works in Coriolis, it's kind of like how it works in Alien RPG, where you have missions. It has a set amount of money that it gives you. Potentially, how hard it is, it gives depending on how hard it is, it can give a bonus. Like you might have something where it's like I'm giving you a flat fee. This is how much you're all getting, or it's like I'm giving you a flat fee and there's a bonus. Like there might be more money. It might be a ship module. It might be a new contact. I might even make something up and say your ship. I'm paying like 10% of your ship off. Depends on how you do with these missions that will be coming your way, but you will all probably start before they even let you handle this upcoming mission. They will probably take you on a dry run see how y'all work together and make sure you don't kill each other, because there's a lot of different assassins, corsairs, agents, and third-party people that they work with, and these people are like, let's make sure these people don't just shoot each other like the last crew for a simple beer.
Hey, beer is important.
Beer makes the third horizon go round. Some would say the icons, but depends on what side of the coin you are.
Heresy.
All right, I was like, now you're sounding like you're from Zalos. Which, if anyone knows about the Order of the Pariah, they scary. Well, the Pariah's scary. They have the most advanced tech, and they are zealots. Great healthcare, though. They will heal you no matter who you are.
Great healthcare, though.
Yeah, they will heal you no matter who you are. But they also, if you basically disrespect the martyr, oh, get ready. So, all right, y'all. I think that's it. We have everything planned, and I think we will meet this time at 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. for some of you, or 9 p.m. for some of you next week. I just want to thank y'all for basically being players and coming together, and let's have fun with it.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Thanks, y'all. I'm looking forward to this, and I'll try not to kill y'all.
That's what. No, last time you were actually trying. Actually, no, that makes me more scared because you were actually trying.
Yeah.
And only one died.
And none died in the last campaign we did. Well, wait, what was the last campaign we did? No, none died.
No, that was the one that died.
Yeah, how?
Yeah, Hal died. Your boyfriend died.
Yeah. He went out in a blaze of glory.
It was sad. Like
How
I
does-
think he died in Elite's arms.
I don't remember dying in the arms. No, because I was in the tank. I saw nothing
You,
until the end.
yeah, you're in the tank. He died in Elite's arm, and Steve's character was rushing to get him, but it was too late.
Yeah.
He got shot. Like, I think he was bleeding out from his neck. So that is the universe, unfortunately. And yes, that does exist. In fact, I found, y'all, it is almost impossible to find these. You cannot. They do not make them anymore. But I've got them. I've got the icon card deck,
Oh.
Nice.
and also I've got the GM screen. And guess what the first thing it is when you open the GM screen? The sweet critical injury table.
Of course, this is critical injury, motherfucking table.
What's 66? Is that insta
Crushed
dead?
skull.
Crushed skull?
65 is pierced heart.
Yeah, because what the last six are all insta-deaths, right?
They're not insta deaths, but the last 6 are the last 55 through. All right, so 36 through 66 are fatal, but the last 53 through 66 are you will be dead within minutes. Which, yeah, you will be dead within minutes. The last 2, instant death. So, yeah. But also, that's another thing, y'all, that I forgot to talk about, but makes combat very different. Y'all have 3 action points. A slow action. In fact, luckily this shows it to me, and I will send y'all a cheat sheet as well. But there are slow actions, which is like your it uses all 3 action points. That's an aimed shot. A fast action is going to be just a shot quick, and then maybe I do something else like go into Overwatch because that's 1 AP, and then just a little bit of a free action. But I will say, and luckily this has it all here. But I will say, Now, with weapons, remember in Alien RPG how in order to, unless it was a xenomorph or something, you had to be broken to get critical, right?
Right.
That is not the case here. If you roll enough sixes, you will probably notice on your weapon, if you have your characters and you have a weapon and you're like, and you see there is a base damage score and there is something called a crit score. If you roll enough sixes and it's one past, basically that crit score might say 2. That means if you roll 2 more sixes than your first success, so if you roll 3 sixes, that is a critical injury. And if their armor doesn't negate it, that is a critical injury. They're going to roll on the crit table. So they could have full health at first and full armor, and they roll, and you crit them and they roll, and maybe they get a crushed skull or a pierced skull.
Off the bat.
So critical injuries can now happen as long as they do not have to be broken first. You just have to roll your crit, a certain number of crits. So if you're high on melee or high on ranged, there's a greater chance you can get a critical. So that is how combat has changed. And also this is like, I think this is like this is one of their first games, so it was early Free League. So this will be interesting to play. So in some ways it is more brutal. In some ways it's not. But
Okay.
all right. Yeah. Same time next week, yo.
All right.
Alrighty.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Thank you. We appreciate it. And
Yo.
looking
See
forward
ya.
to it. Yep.